Oh hi, didn't see you there. Get it? 'Cause I'm blind? Haha, comedy. Anyway, hi, my name is Dom and welcome to another one of my videos. Hopefully the audio on this video will be better than the previous one because I'm using my blue Yeti microphone. So hopefully it's gonna be better. Like I said in my previous video, I'm not very creative, so I decided for this video to tell you a story that happened not so long ago. I don't know how it's gonna go really, because it's better if you experience the actual story rather than me retelling you, because then it's gonna sound boring, but we'll just have to hope for the best. Before I start this video though, please subscribe to my channel before I start the video. A lot of people watched my previous video but they haven't subscribed because the subscriber count is pretty much the same. So I'll start the video when you subscribe. I'll wait. I won't start until you subscribed, so please. Okay, you know what, I'm not bothered to be honest. If you don't want to subscribe to me though, please, like I said in my last previous few videos, please subscribe to Art Mallow. She's great, the link is in the description to her channel. Oh, and speaking of which, I can finally show you the thing that I got from her. I finally got the dragon that she sculpted. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. Hopefully it's in focus. So she makes those kind of dragons and way more. She sculpts them and then she sells them on her website. I got this one for a fairly affordable price, and this dragon's name is Toivo, which is Finnish, I think, for hope. And yeah, I named the dragon because I don't know, it just looks nice. But yeah, I really recommend you subscribing to her and checking out her website where she sells lots of different dragons and hopefully soon not just dragons. Oh yeah, and she also does digital art, which is great. Okay, to the story. Oh yeah, by the way, this actually happened. So if you think that it's fake or anything, it's not. I tried picking out a good story from my life because my life isn't really that interesting, and this is one of the very few stories that I could actually pick out that's actually pretty interesting, in my opinion at least. So as you got from the title, it's kind of like a horror story, so I shall set the mood. As I mentioned in my previous 3 to 4 videos, I have depression. Sad, I know. I believe it was the start of February, quite a cold afternoon. That day, I had to see a therapist for the first time, as I actually wasn't really quite sure if I do have depression or not. I was told to go to a clinic that was literally on the edge of town. And I do live on the edge of town, but this clinic was way further than I expected. I did not know where to get off, but the bus driver thankfully told me, and so... What does it say? And so he told me, and I got off. I was also approximately 2 minutes late for the appointment, although that isn't really relevant to the story. Anyway, I spend about an hour at the clinic, and eventually I get out of the building. I was heading home, but it was too far away to walk, so I had to wait for the bus. But strangely, there was no car in sight. I mean, I can't see, so that's like one of the reasons it wasn't in sight, because I can't see, because I'm blind. But that's not the point, it was like literally there was no car. But yeah, anyway, Literally, there was no car in sight for ages. And might I mention again, this was the beginning of February, so it was already getting dark. The sky was getting filled with dark, thick clouds, and it was just 4:30 in the afternoon. And great for me then, it was much easier for me to see with the dark, thick clouds. But anyway, I wait for ages and ages, but alas, no bus came. And then my mum calls on my phone. I answer the phone, but there was no sound. Creepy. Okay, you know what, I'm kind of bored of doing that voice, so I'm just gonna talk to you normally. But yeah, my mum called on my old iPhone, and there was literally no sound. I heard her call, I answered, but there was no sound, as if there was no signal or anything. So I tried calling her, and she answers, apparently, but there's still no sound. And that was kind of creepy / weird / I don't know / what am I even doing right now? So after waiting for like 10 minutes, I get bored and I decide to walk home because I was tired of waiting. There was no car, there was no bus, there was nothing, not even a person in sight. Again, physically and like literally. Rain starts to slowly pour down my face. It was dark and there was no one around. It was gloomy as well. So far it was like literally like a horror film. And then as I was walking, I encountered some roadmen. Scary. To be honest, I don't know if they were roadmen, but since, based on the way they were talking, I assumed they were. Also, I could smell weed, so definitely roadmen. Fam. So as I walked towards what I hoped was my house, I felt more and more lost. Less and less people were on the streets, even though there wasn't really anyone in the first place. I felt exhausted and started to feel ill. As I was walking as well, I kept calling, or trying to call my mom and my sister at one point, and as I was walking, I kept trying to call my mom and even my sister at one point, and still I couldn't hear them. And then to top that off, my phone turned off. Fantastic. And it was only like on 60% or something. Then I started to panic a little bit. I had no contact of any life form and no way to talk to anyone else. It was basically pretty scary. Although, no it wasn't. Oh jeez, that's boring. It's a boring story when I tell you, because it's obviously, you can't really experience it, so it's kind of boring when I tell you, and I just said that. It basically feels more real when you actually experience it, so that's why it's boring basically. I'm just gonna carry on now, because it's like I'm already halfway through. So, eventually, I noticed what I thought to be a crossroad I might know. I carry on walking, and finally, to my relief, I knew where I was, so I could go home safely. The end. Well, that was bloody pointless. I thought it'd be interesting if I actually tell you, but then turns out I think it's actually better if you actually experience it. It felt like a horror film, but like with all the cliches and stuff, but it was pretty much just a bunch of random coincidences. And yeah, like I said 1,000 times already, I literally felt like in a horror movie. What if we all lived in a movie? What if I'm just an extra nobody cares about? Does this film even have a happy ending? Am I even relevant? Will I ever find a girlfriend? Will PewDiePie overcome T-Series again? But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this nonsense. If my brain will come up with some more creative ideas, I'll post them as soon as possible, because this is what I've got ideas for now, and what the videos I'm doing, they're basically boring. In my opinion, at least. But yeah, I'll post my videos as soon as possible, and hopefully they're more fun. Please like, comment and subscribe for more amazing videos like this. Again, subscribe to Art Mallow because she is awesome and she deserves it. And thanks for letting me waste your time. Bye bye.